You are watching Content with Candace. In today's video, I will discuss why I prefer not to purchase items pre-loved. Now, notice I said at the very beginning that I don't prefer to purchase pre-loved. However, I do realize there are occasions when you can only find items pre-loved that you like, as far as handbags. About 2 or 3 years ago, I purchased some handbags pre-loved, mainly vintage Coach handbags. Let me just share an example. This is the Patricia's Legacy's handbag, and I purchased it pre-loved about 2.5 years ago. I did dunk and clean it, but I could only get this bag pre-loved, so that was the only way I was gonna get one in my collection. I really, around that time, got into vintage Coach handbags, and so that's why I purchased this bag. But let me just talk to you a little bit about why I don't prefer to purchase items pre-loved. The reason being is because of the experience that I had when I purchased my vintage Coach handbags 2 years ago. And I know you guys are like, okay, get past that. But I ended up getting, out of all the bags I purchased, which I think it was good. I think I purchased a total of 13. I ended up getting like 2 of them were fakes or inauthentic, however you want to refer to it. And I am that person, but I didn't know it at the time. You know, I thought it was real. I was just really getting into handbags 3 years ago. So I did not know that it was a fake. And so those bags are no longer in my collection, of course. There are 2 of them. And I didn't pay much for both, but still, it's the fact that someone was selling a fake Coach handbag, or it could be a fake anything. So that experience within itself, and I didn't find out they were fake until like a year later. So when I tried to contact Poshmark to alert them that the sellers were selling fake handbags, which there's a possibility that the sellers did not know. I did reach out to both sellers, and they did not, and they both said that they weren't aware, you know, that the bags were fake. And so that's always a possibility, okay? Anytime you're purchasing things pre-loved, is that you're going to get a fake handbag. Even with those that don't have as many problems. I've heard a lot of the pre-loved sites and the pre-loved purchases do have issues with fake handbags. Now, sometimes you're going to have to purchase pre-loved. I understand that. But notice I said my preference is not to. I don't like the feeling of having to be concerned with whether or not a bag is real or not real, or fake or not a fake, so to speak, or authentic and inauthentic, okay? Don't want to have to worry about that. So my preference is not to purchase things pre-loved, because, and I'm not saying and I'm not talking specifically against pre-loved bags, but because of my experience and because I've gotten burned a couple of times, and I was just not experienced with making pre-loved purchases. Now, I have an eye now for looking at vintage Coach handbags. Now, I'm not an authenticator or nothing like that, but I did have all the bags that I purchased since then. They have been authenticated by an authenticator. So I feel very confident that they are authentic. So, but anyway, so I'm very uncomfortable with the process. Let me put it that way. So that's why I prefer not to purchase items pre-loved. Especially, and like I said, these Coach handbags didn't cost a lot of money. The 2 that were fakes that are no longer in my collection. But it was the fact that someone was selling it and it wasn't an authentic bag. Because on my channel, I only buy authentic handbags. Now, I'm not talking against anybody. If you like purchasing bags that are fakes, then of course you do you. But me personally, I love the real bag. You know, even if it's a bag from Walmart, I want the real bag from Walmart. If it's a $10 bag, I want the real $10 bag. I don't want a bag where someone is pretending to sell me the real bag. I much rather have a bag where, I think the term now is dupe. You know, all of the brands are duping each other. I have no problem with that. You know, if you make a bag and you saying that this is a Coach bag, or you're saying that this is a Louis Vuitton bag, or you're saying that this is a Chanel bag and it's a Chanel bag, I'm okay with that. But if you make a bag and you're pretending to be a Coach bag, or pretending to be a Chanel bag, or pretending to be a Louis Vuitton bag, I'm not okay with that, if that makes sense. Because I much rather save up, plan, and wait and get the bag that I really want than buy a bag. And in my opinion, now this is my opinion, all opinions are not created equal. Everybody is entitled to the opinion. In my opinion, it is not the real bag. It's a fake of that bag. Now, I have no problem whatsoever with bags that look like other brand bags, because I've seen several times over and over again where brands copy each other. Okay. And sometimes you need a similar bag to the bag that you really want to try it out to see if you want to get the real deal, if you want to spend the money on the real bag that you really want that's more expensive. So I have no problem with that. In fact, for example, I like to mention Hermes, because we all know that Hermes and Chanel, they're expensive bags. I have no problem because of the cost of those bags. I have no problem with purchasing a bag that from another brand that looks like that bag, as long as they're not saying that they are that bag. They don't put that brand's name on that bag, if that makes sense. Okay, so that is my issue with purchasing pre-loved. Well, what is my preference? My preference is to purchase bags brand new from the retailer. For example, if I purchase a Louis Vuitton bag, I want to purchase it from the retailer. If I purchase a Chanel bag, I want to purchase it directly from the retailer. If I purchase a YSL bag or a Saint Laurent bag, I want to purchase it directly from the retailer. Or someone, or like for example, Dillard's sells Coach handbags. I'm just throwing that department store out there. You know, I know that they're not going to just sell fake Coach handbags. Let's see, Saks Fifth Avenue, they sell YSL bags, you know. So that's just my preference, and instead of going the pre-loved route. However, I understand, because I've been looking on eBay and Fashion File and the different pre-loved sites. I totally get it from those handbag lovers that purchase pre-loved, because of the fact that you're getting a significant savings. I get that. I do. But, and I'm not saying I'm not going to ever purchase pre-loved again, but because of my experience, I would prefer not to purchase pre-loved. Now, for example, I know that if I want a vintage Chanel, I've been looking at those too, I know I would have to purchase that pre-loved. But there's always that reservation in the back of my mind. And when you're spending, a vintage Chanel may run about what, $4,000? maybe more as time go on. When you're spending that kind of money, I'm personally not comfortable with spending $4,000 and getting a bag that's not the real authentic bag. I mean, if it's not the real authentic bag, I don't want it in my collection. I don't care if the bag is $2.99. I want it to be the real bag, if that makes sense. But that's just my opinion on it. Please drop me some thoughts in the comments section. Maybe you're okay with, purchasing pre-love, and just tell me what your feelings are about purchasing pre-love. I'm curious to hear what you have to say. But, just for me personally, I would rather not purchase pre-love. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to ever purchase pre-love, because I have started looking and I see the significant savings with purchasing pre-love. So another thing about purchasing pre-love. Now, see, let's go back to this vintage Coach handbag. I was all on board with purchasing pre-love for this vintage Coach handbag because I knew I could dunk and clean it and really make the bag my own. Although I was very fortunate, all the bags I had were in very good condition, but I still dunked and cleaned it because I had to be comfortable with having a bag in my collection. I really hope you have enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to comment and subscribe and like the video, because for some reason YouTube sees it. When you like the video, they know you are enjoying the content. When you engage and interact with the video, they know you like the content and they want to push it out more. And that's how they determine that. And then when you're viewing a video, another thing too, that's why I try to keep my videos somewhat short, because I know people are busy. When you're viewing a video, they want to see that you're actually watching the video. So that's what they call watch time. So if I have videos on my channel and nobody is watching them, then they don't push those videos out. Those videos kind of just sit there dormant. But if they see videos on my channel that people are watching, then those videos get pushed out even more. If they see videos on my channel that people are liking and commenting on and engaging and interacting with, then those videos get pushed out more. So if that makes sense. So moving forward, I'm going to start looking at the channel and determine which videos I need to be creating that are being watched, because there's a lot of fun work that goes into making these videos. And I don't want to have content that no one wants to see. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.